Hi, I'm Will.
And I'm Risa, and this is Talent Talk.
On today's show, we have acclaimed singer-songwriter SAMMY ARRIAga. But before we get to our interview with him,
take a sneak peek at his latest single, Something We Can Dance To.
Dang girl, you move like smoke through the crowd and the neon. Heavy guy trying to play it cool, but you're turning the heat on. Back where I come from, nights are hotter than the days. You can shoot me down, but I'm just saying, DJ's finally playing something we could dance to. Take a midnight chance to press your body right up to mine. Throw back your head and close your eyes. Maybe move my hands to your hips or any way you want them to. Feel the backbeat bumping, not still young and we got something here. Something we could dance to. Something we could dance to.
Well, welcome to Talent Talk. I'm once again joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Risa Binder, and I am so excited that we are speaking today with acclaimed singer-songwriter SAMMY ARRIAga, and I am so thrilled that the audience just got a little sneak peek of the music video of his original song, Something We Can Dance To. SAMMY, hello,
What's
how
good?
are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm hanging out in the boonies out in Goodlettsville, Tennessee, and it's very peaceful out here. There's barely any cell phone service, just the way I like it. But I'm lucky enough to be talking to you guys out here, so.
I love it. Well, SAMMY, you are such a star, and for question number one, I am going to throw it to my partner in crime and my better half, Risa.
Oh my gosh, SAMMY, thank you so much for being on Talent Talk. I feel like slightly stalkerish, cannot lie. I think I've been following you for about 6 to 8 months online. My question is, your titles, your songs, where do your ideas come from? Are you a title person? Do you write them down? How are you inspired? These are many questions in one, but I need to know your process because you're a pretty brilliant writer.
Thank you very much, first of all. It's funny you bring up titles because that's actually the first step I take whenever I dive into a song. I like to find a group of words that go well together. A lot of people laugh at me because I'll hear a certain sentence, but every time you say a certain sentence, there's a percussion to the sentence. So whenever I said the words "something we can dance to," I heard it like "something we can dance to," and then you could kind of hear the drum pattern, dot 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 dot, and so then I kind of like play a chord progression that kind of follows that cadence and kind of caters to that, that collection of words. So I'm happy you brought that up because a lot of people don't usually ask me that. If I start with the title, they usually say like, how do you come up with these melodies, or how did it all come together? You know what I mean? But
to piggyback on that, do these ideas happen to you in the shower and when you're driving, like a lot of artists, or where do they come? How do they fall into you? You know what I'm saying?
So I'll say, you'd be surprised. I actually feed off of other people's energy a lot. So if I'm like in the car with a friend of mine who's going through a heartbreak or through something really cool in their life, I'll take some of those words and some of those expressions and emotions and write an entire song around those. So a lot of my songs aren't necessarily something that I've personally gone through. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool to be able to like take a friend's experience, turn it into a song, and then get their reaction.
Well, SAMMY, you are such an amazing storyteller, but you're also a beautiful poet because in addition to your melodies, you're a great lyricist. And coming from the theater, I'm always about character. And for all of your songs, you have a character, it seems, in each of the songs that you write. And I'm curious to know, SAMMY, first and foremost, where were you born and when did you realize that you had a knack for singing and then eventually songwriting?
It's funny you bring that up because my great grandfather on my dad's side was known as the king of karaoke in Cuba.
Stop it.
Yeah, he wasn't necessarily like a famous singer, but he was known in the neighborhood to be like the guy that when you go to karaoke. And so he had this spunk about him that he'd show up, grab the mic, and just take over the room. And so my dad would always tell me, your grandfather was the one who gave you the voice. don't ever forget about him. You should write a song about him, even though, you know, he's passed away, but you should keep him alive through your songs. So I'm very proud to be able to keep that legacy going.
Well, then I need to know the story behind how you wrote On God, because that is an incredible song.
So I wrote that song, lucky enough, with Michael Tyler, Jonathan Edwards, and Alex Palmer. And it was actually supposed to be a session that we focus on writing for a Jason Aldean opportunity. Because as you guys know, Michael Tyler's got a really good history with getting some songs in the Jason Aldean world, and so does Jonathan Edwards and Alex. So I'm like, guys, I don't think we should write for me. I think we should try to get a Jason opportunity, because as a songwriter, you know how it is in Nashville. I mean, that's how you just break artists. You start off in the songwriting side of things, and then, you know, you start getting some recognition and making some good money so that could fuel the artist career on the road and whatnot. But we actually just started diving through song title ideas, and I heard them say On God, and I'm like, wait, they said that in a Justin Bieber song when it goes, On God, running through the other. And so we always loved that term, and so we felt like that term alone is such a country saying, like On God. And so we wanted to write a song, you know, explaining how you'd sacrifice everything in your world for somebody, on God. So yeah,
I love it, Sammy. Well, listen, we have so many questions still to ask, but we have one question in particular that we've been waiting all interview to ask you. Sammy Arriaga, are you ready for game time?
always. Bring it.
Well, Sammy, lucky day for you that Risa and I both, me in New York City and her in Nashville, have our questions book. And we want to know, what is your favorite number? And the number that you say is going to correlate to the question that Risa is going to be asking you. What's your favorite number?
Well, my favorite number is my dad's favorite number, and that's number 12, because a lot of things in my dad's life actually land on either two numbers that equal to 12 or just the number 12. And so since it's my dad's lucky number, I figured I'd keep the luck going through me.
I love it. Here we go, Risa. Go for number 12. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Here's literally question number 12. If time and money were no object for your dinner tonight, what would you be eating?
If time and money
were no object, like they didn't matter. If time and money did not matter.
Oh, gotcha. What would be my dinner? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd have a New York strip with extra chimichurri.
Yes.
With sweet potato mash, lobster bisque, and creme brulee as a dessert.
Yes to all of those.
Okay, well, Sammy, final portion of this interview. You have hundreds of thousands of followers across all social media platforms. You are an unapologetic artist who not only celebrates where you come from, but your singular voice.
Thank you.
I know that Risa and I would be honored if you would play us out with one of your original tunes of choosing. Do you have one in mind?
Yes, I want to do On God, if that's okay with y'all.
Oh my God!
That'd be amazing.
All right. Sorry, as I use God's name in vain.
That's fine.
I need to go to confession. It's been a while.
To be honest, On God, if you think about it, it's kind of using God's name in vain.
Sammy, thank you for making me feel better about myself.
Anytime.
God bless you, my friend. Really, beautiful life, beautiful soul. Risa, once again, bringing an amazing artist at Talent Talk. Sammy, thank you so much for playing us out.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. On God, I swear I never had an angel like you. Where the hell you been all my life? Ain't it crazy what your love can do? No
know I ain't ever got it this right. Long as that sun comes up and goes down, I'ma tell you right now. On God, on my mama, if I gotta fight for you, I'm gonna. Yeah, you know I'd leave this world for to leave you good. I meant it when I said I do. On God, I got you, baby. Give anything for what the good Lord gave me. My name, these songs I sing, and everything I got. Yeah, on God, I swear that every time I look in your eyes, I see a little bit of that halo. Baby, lay here tonight, 'cause I